show you or at least how I turn a PDF file into an interactive PowerPoint assignment. So if I have a PDF file that I might have used in the classroom to print and do a cut and paste, or any kind of worksheet I might have printed and used in the classroom that I want to now turn into a digital assignment, this is what I do so that I can then upload that assignment to It's Learning and maybe even use it as a group assignment. All right, so first I have a PDF. So here's energy cut and source. This is sound and light energy. And it's in the classroom, I would have printed this. The kids could have cut and pasted these into sound energy or not sound energy. So I'm going to turn this into an interactive PowerPoint. So to do that, I'm going to use the snipping tool, and I'm going to snip images from here. So I've already gone ahead and done some. So I snipped like this section, just the sort, and then I snipped each individual item here for this one. And so I already have those images selected, and then it takes a picture of it. Now I'm on my Mac, so I'm doing it a little bit differently, but on your school laptop, you would use the snipping tool. It works the same way. You just have to save each image to you can just save it to your desktop, or you can copy and paste them. And so once I have all, I like to save them to my desktop just to make it easier so I don't lose them. So I'll have all of my images now on my desktop. I've got each individual image. I've got the big sorting picture. So I'm ready to go with my PowerPoint. So I'm going to open up a brand new PowerPoint. I'm going to open up just a blank presentation. And then I changed the layout so that's not a title. I don't have to deal with those text boxes. I just change it to, well, when it loads, I change it to the blank, the one that just says blank. So there's nothing here. I'm going to close this design ideas. And so now I'm just going to move this over so I can see my images that I have saved here on my desktop. And you can just drag and drop. So here's my sorting box. I'm just going to scoot it over. And then I'm going to drag each of these images. So once you've got all your pictures here, oops, not that one. This will become a PowerPoint that students can then just come, when they open their PowerPoint, all they have to do is click and drag. Now the only downside comes when, like I'm missing some, and it happens with students, is what they'll do. Sometimes they'll delete something by accident, and that's when I just make sure they understand what the undo button is. They can always undo it. The little arrow up here, or on their keyboard, they can hit the Control and the letter Z button all at the same time. So make sure they know that they can undo and they can get back if they do end up deleting something. All right, I think, did I get all the pictures? I think I'm missing one. I think one I messed up on, but that's okay. We'll just put those here for now. So here's all of our images. And so now this is ready to be saved. So I'm just going to save this as, once it opens, let's call it sound and energy sort. I'm just going to save it to my desktop. So now I'm ready to go and upload this to It's Learning. So somewhere I have It's Learning open. Maybe not. All right. So I'm just going to go to my course that I'm using. Go to my resources. Find a whichever folder, however you have your things assigned. I'm going to put this under group assignments. I'm going to click add. So these are all resources. I'm going to go down to an assignment. So choose assignment. Let's give it a title. background, energy sort. And then this is where you can give some instructions. I like to make the font a little bit bigger. Let's go extra large. Drag the pictures to the correct box. We'll just do that. So then here's where I can add the file. So I'm gonna you can do it two ways. You can click and add from your computer, or you can drag and drop from the desktop. But I'm just gonna go here. Here's my PowerPoint. Open, and it's gonna load. Usually doesn't take very long. And then I have this little drop down box. I don't want them to just be able to see it. I want them to have their own copy and work on it. So I'm going to make a copy for each student. And then once that's ready, I have this left-hand menu. Nope, this is the right side. Right-hand menu. And I can look at some of these other settings. I can put a deadline. I'm not going to do that. Assessment scale. So I'm going to got some options. You can score it. You can give it letter grades, or just do pass, not pass, pass. I usually do a score. Let's say the max score is 100. It can be added to your grade book if you're in one of the county created courses, especially. It can then just be transferred over to Infinite Campus. And we can look at that at another time. Yes, I want students to be able to see their grades. This is where if I wanted them to do this as a group, I would select submit as a group. But for this one, we'll say I want them to do this all individually. So once I have that, I'm ready to hit create assignment. And now my assignment's ready to go. So that is how I would take a PDF and turn it into an interactive PowerPoint assignment.